Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time here to Dazola Designs. I have a very special tutorial for you all today. This is the gathered spikes stitch, and I am going to show you how to crochet it. You guys, let me just tell you this, my tutorials are really slow and they're really easy to follow, okay? So if you know how to do a double crochet and if you know how to chain, you can do this stitch, okay? So I make it slow and easy to follow. I just want to get that out of the way. The pattern is groups of double crochet, and then you have the little spikes in between. And all it is just crocheting in the row down below. We'll get to that, but I just want to tell you that I got this pattern from this book. This is a step-by-step guide to 200 crochet stitches by Tracy Todd Hunter. This is my favorite crochet pattern book. It is awesome. Let me show you where the stitch is right now. I love it because not only are there photos, there's step-by-step photos, there's also the written pattern, and there's also the pattern illustration. So you get all of this very easy to follow, even if you haven't made this stitch before. Like, I have never done this stitch before, but I followed her directions and they're very clear, and I crocheted that. So if you would like to purchase this book, I will have the link down below in the description box. I'll also have the link up here for you that you can click on. So this panel that I made is part of a tunic sweater that I'm making. At the time of this video, I'm not done with the tunic sweater. I'm just bringing you the stitch right now because a lot of people have asked for it. I will, when I am finished with the tunic sweater, link it down below in the description box. I'll also link it at the end of this video when I am done, okay? So this particular pattern was made with Lion brand Ferris wheel yarn. It is super spectacular. It's very lightweight. It's so awesome and easy to work with. It's 270 yards of beauty, 100% acrylic, a 4-weight 5mm hook, and this color is called Evergreen. The colorway is so fantastic. If you want to buy this yarn, that's the yarn that I'm using today, okay? What are you going to need for this? All you're going to need is your hook and whatever yarn you choose. Anything you choose. If you are a beginner or a novice, whatever yarn you choose will have the recommended hook size on the pattern, okay? So you can grab whatever skein, use the recommended hook size, and then make this pattern. It doesn't matter what yarn you use because this is just the stitch tutorial, okay? So grab all of your ingredients and let's get started. Okay, everyone, so just a quick note here. If you are entering or if you have done your own patterns, your own creations, I always recommend to have some kind of notebook to keep everything that you've done in. I recommend writing everything down that you do just so you can go back to it for future reference if you want to do the stitch again. This is one of the books that I have. I have everything written down like crazy. I have several of these books floating around my yarn room, and it just keeps me on track, okay? So this is the stitch, the notes that I have taken from this stitch. And again, I got this pattern from this book, okay? So whatever project you want to do, this would make a gorgeous scarf, it would make a gorgeous sweater, a gorgeous wrap, whatever. I'm going to give you the foundation of the pattern so you can create whatever you want, okay? So the first chain that you do has to be a multiple of 8. So 16, 24, 32, 40, etc., etc. It has to be a multiple of 8 plus 1 chain, okay? So if you do it 40, let's say 40 chains, it would be 41, okay? Plus an extra 2 for the foundation chain, okay? So again, for the foundation chain, you need multiples of 8 chains. So like 32 plus 1 would be 33. Okay. And then you do another 2 plus the foundation chain for the foundation chain. Okay. So 32 plus 1 is 33 plus 2 is 35 chains. I hope I make sense with that. So again, I did it again, 32, this is what I'm doing for this particular demonstration. 32 plus 1 chain is 33. And then for the foundation chain, you add an extra 2 chains. So that equals 35 chains for the foundation. Okay. For my tunic sweater, I chained 72 for the initial chain, plus 1 was 73, okay? And then I added an extra 2 for the foundation chain, which is 75, okay? That'll all make sense as we get going on the, on our little demonstration here, okay? So let's start. I know that's kind of confusing, but just bear with me. Let's begin. And I always recommend you doing the little demo first to see if you even like this stitch. A lot of times when I start a new project, I'm like, oh yeah, I really, really want to do this stitch. And then I get everything. I start doing the stitch and 4 or 5 rows in, I hate it. And I abandon the project. So with this little tutorial, hopefully you guys will like it and you'll continue on to whatever project you like. Okay. So again, for this tutorial, I'm only going to chain 32. So I make my slip knot. So chain 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and chain 32 and I will meet you when you are done chaining 32. Okay, everyone, so here is my multiple of 8. It's 32. So I just want to explain this again so everyone is on the same page. No matter how many chains you start with, sorry, it has to be a multiple of 8. So I'm doing 32, okay? And actually this would be a nice size for a scarf. I don't know. So 32 stitches, 32 chains we have here, okay? Plus 1, we'll do the plus 1 in a second, will be 33. Okay, plus an extra 2 for the foundation. So that totals 35 chains. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. Whatever you choose, whatever length you want to do has to be a multiple of, of 8. Okay. So it could be 64, 72, 80, etc. Okay. So you pick your number. If you wanted 80, plus 1 would be 81. Okay. And then plus 2 would be 83. So that would be your foundation chain across. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. If you don't get it exactly, you can add an extra double crochet at the end of the row. No big deal. Okay. Don't worry about it. So right here, I have chained 32. Okay, this is a chain 32. Then I'm going to chain 1 to make it 33. And then I'm going to put an extra 2 chains to make it 35. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to everyone. If not, like I said, you guys just add an extra double crochet and I'll show you how to do that at the end of the rows. Okay, so let's start the pattern now. Okay, so you're going to want to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. Okay, double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook, which would be right here. Just like that. So now on your chain, on your hook, you have the chain for, well, it's actually a chain 3 now, plus the double crochet. Counts as 2 double crochets. Okay. And then in the next stitch, in the next chain, you want to put a double crochet. Okay. So here's our chain, double crochet, counts as 3 double crochets. If you start the row with 3, you end the row with 3 double crochets. Okay, if you start the row with 3 double crochets, you end the row with 3 double crochets. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so after the double crochet, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then down below on our chain, we're going to skip 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. And in the 4th chain, we're going to double crochet. Okay, so again, we chain 3, skip 3, double crochet in the 4th chain. And then you want to double crochet in the next 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's a total of 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, stick with me. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Skip 3 down below, 1, 2, 3. And then in the 4th chain again, double crochet. Oops, I messed that up. Wow, that was bad. Chain 3, wait, let me make sure that that's a chain 3, yeah. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the 4th chain. Like that. And then 4 more double crochets. 1 in each chain. There's 1, next chain, 2, next chain, 3, next chain, four. On the foundation chain, I just crochet. I work in the top loops only. Some people work in the top two. Whatever you like to do is whatever you like to do. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure that your chain doesn't twist. Okay, so this is what our pretty pattern looks like so far. Pretty, pretty. We're just going to do this row together. Chain 3, 2 and 3. And I'm sorry, we do have a group of 5 here, group of 5 before, group of 3 with the chain 3 in between. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3 again. We're going to skip 3 chains on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, and then what are we going to do? Double crochet in the 4th chain, and I keep doing that. Why do I keep doing that? There's 1. Okay, and then we're going to put 4 more double crochets, 1 in each chain. So that's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so all of this row is, and this is the stitch basically, group of 3, chain 3, skip 3, group of 5, chain 3, skip 3, group of 5, chain 3, skip 3, group of 5. So now we're at the end of the row, okay? And however wide, however long your starting foundation is, this is the pattern until you come to the last, how many stitches do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So all you do is chain 3, skip 3, and then remember I said if you start the beginning with a group of 3 double crochets, well, chain and double crochet, you end the row with 3 double crochets. Okay, so we're skipping these 3. You should have 3 chains left, and if you don't, I'll show you how to fix it. Okay, so chain 3, skip 3, double crochet in the last 3 chains. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is your first foundation row. And again, it could be, 100 chains long. It could be only, 12, 16 chains long. I don't know. However you choose to make it, this is the foundation pattern, okay? Let's say you kind of messed up on the row on your counting, no big deal at all, okay? Just remember, if you begin the row with 3, you have to end with 3. So what happens if you only have, let's say, one available stitch after you chain 3 at the end? All you do is double crochet in the last stitch. No one's gonna know, you guys. And then you have the even amount of chains to work on the next row. What happens if you only have 2 stitches at the end? Then you just put 2 double crochets at the end in the same stitch. Okay? When I first started this stitch on my, especially on my first panel that I made, I totally messed up at the end because it takes a while to get the hang of it, but once you get the hang of it, you got it. Okay? So if you need to practice, go back and practice and watch this as many times as you can. If you got it on your first try, congratulations. Let's go on to the second row. Okay, everyone, so now we're going to continue on with the next row. Yours should look something like this. Hopefully yours does. If not, just go back and rewatch it. You'll get the hang of it. Don't give up. Okay, so now we are going to, and it's much easier once we have the pattern going. Trust me, it gets easier. Okay. So now we're at the end of the row. We're going to, you can either chain 2 or chain 3. For this pattern, I'm going to chain 3. It doesn't matter. It's your preference, okay? Turn. So we have the double crochet right here, and we have the next stitch right here. We're just going to double crochet on top of the previous, on top of the double crochet underneath it. Like that. And then the next double crochet, the next stitch, we're just going to double crochet on top of the previous double crochet. Again, if you start with 3, you got to end with 3. Okay, you guys, if you hear that gurgling sound, it's raining really, really hard outside. So that's the gutter. I just want to let you know that. Okay, so now we're at this space here, this chain 3 space. Everyone see that? All we're going to do is double crochet over this chain 3 into the middle stitch down below. Let me get my yarn needle here. Okay, so here's the first stitch, the middle stitch, and the end stitch. Okay, we're going to be double crocheting in this stitch right here, going over here. Okay, you're going to be double crocheting in the previous row's 3rd stitch. Sound confusing? It's not really. Okay, all you do, yarn over, insert your hook directly into the 3rd stitch underneath, yarn over, pull up a loop, finish your double crochet. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook into the 3rd stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, finish your double crochet. And you want to put 3 double crochets in that stitch down below. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, double crochet. Okay, so yours should look something like this. 3 double crochets in the middle stitch. Okay, so now we have this group of 5 double crochets, and all you want to do, here's the first double crochet here. Let me give you a little pro tip too. If you are a beginner or if you're an advanced person and you need to use stitch markers, use stitch markers. You can always mark on the tops of the double crochets, okay, after you complete them. Just throwing that in there. So we're again at this group of 5 double crochets. The first double crochet, you put a double crochet. Next double crochet, double crochet, next double crochet on top, chain space, stitch space, whatever you want to do, double crochet. Ooh, there's thunder outside. Next space, next chain, next stitch, whatever you call it. Double crochet, next one, double crochet. So all you do is mimicking the row beneath. Okay, we did the double crochets here, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets. The first chain counts as a double crochet. Chain 3 space, you double crochet over into the chain down below, 3 double crochets. The next 5 double crochets, you have 5 double crochets. Now we have our chain 3 space again, and again you want to find that middle stitch down below. It's right here. You're going to double crochet into that space, 3 double crochets. Insert your hook, 1 double crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, 2 double crochets, insert your hook, yarn over, 3 double crochets. Okay, so then we have 5 more double crochet, 1 2 3 4 5, group of 5. What do? You put 5 double crochets in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yours should look something like this. And this is how I learned the pattern, this is how my mind thinks of the pattern. You just take it in sections and you just do what you did in the previous row. I hope it makes sense for everyone. That's the simplest way in how I can teach this to you guys. I hope it's making sense. Okay, so again, we came to another chain 3 space. You're going to find the middle stitch down below. Okay, we're not working in this row, we're working in the row down below. Here's the middle stitch. And again, we're going to put 3 double crochets into that middle stitch. 1, and I'm going to go just a little bit quicker here. 2, and 3. Okay, so here's our groups of 3 spikes, 1 2 3. And then what do we have? A group of 5 double crochets. So we're just going to, and I'm going to go a little bit fast right here, add our group of 5 double crochets, 1 in each stitch. 3, 4, 5. And now we've come to the last chain 3. So again, find your middle stitch. Boop. 1, 2, and 3. Sometimes they're hard to find. Just pull it a little bit. It's not gonna hurt your project. Middle stitch is right there. What are we gonna do? We're gonna put 3 double crochets in that stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we're at the end of the row. If you start the row with 3, you end the row with 3. Okay, so 3 double crochets to end the row. 1, 2, and then this is the last stitch. You just crochet into the top stitch. I think it's right here. 3. Okay, I started the row with 3. I ended with 3. And here's the spikes in between. And in between the spikes, you have groups of 5 double crochets. Okay? Hopefully this is making sense to you guys. If not, just go back and you'll try it. You'll get the hang of it, okay? And now we are going to start row 3. Okay, everyone, so I should point out, and I forgot to say this in the beginning of the tutorial, that this pattern is a repeat of 4 rows, okay? So you have 2 rows where you start with the 3 double crochets, or the chain 3, and then the 2 double crochets. The chains acts as 1 double crochet, okay? So 2 rows of that. The next 2 rows are going to be, you start with 7 double crochets. 7. Don't worry, I'm gonna go slow, okay? So after you have those 2 rows done, we're gonna chain 3 or chain 2, whatever's your preference. Turn. Okay, so again, we just finished our 2 rows of 3 double crochets in the beginning. Now we're going to put 7 double crochets, or chain plus 6 double crochets, to start this row. Okay, and how I like to look at it, I look at it in groups. So if you started with the 3 double crochets, okay, and then you ended with the 3 double crochets, 2 rows of that, next row, you're going to start with the 7 double crochets. Okay, so the 7 double crochets cover the 3 double crochets plus the double crochet spike. Okay, and you'll understand what I'm talking about as I do it. So we just chain 3. The next double crochet, so it would be the middle double crochet. You want to put a double crochet. And you want to put 6 double crochets because the chain 3 at the beginning counts as a double crochet. Are you confused yet? Don't be. So I'm just double crocheting on top of the double crochets. And how many do we have? 3. I'm just double crocheting in each stitch. 4, 5, 6. So 6 double crochets plus the chain, the beginning chain, counts as 7 double crochets. You know you stopped in the right place when you've double crocheted in the right after the chain 3 spike. Okay, 6 double crochets plus the chain counts as 7 double crochets. Now you want to chain 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the next stitch. So after your initial 6 double crochets plus chain, this group counts as 7 double crochets. You want to chain 3, and then what do? You put in a double crochet group of 5 just like we did before. Okay, but this group of 5 is going to cover the previous double crochet spike. Okay, so there's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4 double crochets, 5 double crochets. Okay, we have our group of 7, chain 3, group of 5, chain 3, skip 3 down below, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the fourth stitch. Okay, so yours should start looking something like this. So after we double crocheted in the 4th stitch, we're going to add 4 more double crochets for a group of 5. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't think about it too much, just go with it. Okay, so again, we started with a group of 7, chain 3 space, group of 5, chain 3 space, group of 5, chain 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the 4th stitch. Okay, so I'm at the end of my row. If you start with 7, you want to end with 7. If you start with 3, you want to end with 3. Took me a long time to figure that out. Okay, so I'm at the end of my row. So I need to have 7 double crochets, a group of 7, because I started with 7. I started with a chain and 6 double crochets, which counts as 7 double crochets. Okay, so 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3, 4, 5. So remember, this is my chain. Here's my last double crochet. 6. And then you want to double crochet at the top of the chain. 7. Okay, again, I started with a group of 7. I'm ending with a group of 7. In between, I have the chain 3 space, group of 5, chain 3 space, group of 5, chain 3 space. Okay? Hopefully this is making sense to you. I broke it down this way just because this is how it's easy for me to remember like this. Okay, so now we're going to start the 4th row of the pattern. Actually, this would be the perfect width for a scarf. Just saying, FYI. You guys, if you're confused, go back, rewatch it. It took me a while to get the hang of this stitch, okay? If you're with me, awesome. I'm super excited for you. Okay. So now we're going to work on the 4th row of this stitch. Again, this stitch is just a repeat of 4 rows. Okay. So we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work. Okay, so now we ended with a group of 7. We're going to chain 3, and we're going to put 6 double crochets on top of the previous row's double crochets. Okay, so we chain 3, and you don't want to crochet into this stitch right here because this is technically the same stitch right here, the chain. Okay, so the next double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and keep double crocheting for 6 spaces, 6 stitches. You guys, I can never. Spaces, stitches, chains. I promise I kind of know what I'm doing, okay? So we have 2 more. So you want to chain and then just put 6 double crochets. And then this is our last one. Okay. So make sure you have 6 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus our chain at the beginning makes a group of 7. If you start with 7, you got to end with 7. Okay. In between, I have come to a chain 3 space. Find the middle stitch down below. This is it right here. This is a stitch that you want to put 3 double crochets into. Okay. 3 double crochets into the middle stitch. And you just double crochet right over that. Insert your hook. Grab a loop. Double crochet. Yarn over. Insert your hook into the middle stitch. Double crochet. Yarn over. Insert your hook. Double crochet. I love this color. So it should look something like this. Okay. So now, what do? You just look to the previous row. Use your previous row as a guide. Okay. So you have a group of 5. What do we do now? We put 5 double crochets, 1 in each stitch. 1, 2. This yarn is so light and nice to work with. It's awesome. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Group of 7, 3 spikes, 3 double crochet spikes. Group of 5, We're at the chain 3 space. Again, find your middle stitch down below. double crochet into that stitch, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we have a group of 5 here. We're going to crochet a group of 5. So 5 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Boop. Does that make sense? I hope it's making sense to you guys. So we had a group of 5 down below. We're having a group of 5 up here again. We're at our chain 3 space. So what do? We put 3 double crochets in the stitch down below. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I was going to keep going. 3. Sorry about that. I was just going to keep going. So we have our group of 3 double crochet spikes. Now, down below, we have a group of 7 double crochets. So that means we need to put a group of 7 double crochets up here. Okay. If you start with 7, you end with 7. If you start with 3, you end with 3. Okay. Easy peasy. So let's do this. We're going to put in a group of 7 double crochets. And when I, excuse me, I'm so sorry. When I do the groups, that's how my mind works, you guys. That is the easiest way that I find how to teach this. You just do it in groups. Okay, so right now we're putting in a group of 7 double crochets, just like we did down below. Okay, so here's a double crochet right here. And then we're going to double crochet into the top of the chain. And that makes 7. Super pretty. So again, I started with a group of 7. I'm ending with a group of 7. In the chain 3 spaces, you want to put the 3 double crochet spikes. And in between the 3 double crochet spikes, you want a group of 5 double crochets. Okay, so this is your pattern. You continue and repeat the 4 rows. Okay, let me start the next row for you. Okay, everyone. So our first row, we started with 3. And then we did a second row of 3 where we started with 3 double crochets. Third row, we started with 7, group of 7, ended with 7. Fourth row, start with 7, end with 7. Fifth row, you repeat the pattern. Okay? So what does that mean? Chain 3, turn. In the next double crochet, you put a double crochet. And I'm going to go kind of fast on this one, you guys. Next double crochet, double crochet. And what does that make? A group of 3. Okay. Again, our previous 2 rows we start with a group of 7. Now we're going to go back to the first rows that we started with, groups of 3. Chain 3, skip 3, double crochet in the 4th stitch. Okay, so we start with a group of 3, chain 3, skip 3, and then we have how many double crochets? We have a group of 5. So we already had 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 4 double crochets, 5 double crochets, chain 3, skip 3, double crochet in the 4th stitch, group of 5, that's 1, 2, 3, and we'll just finish out this row together. 4 and 5, chain 3, skip 3, 2, 3, group of 5 double crochets, 1. I might just make this into a scarf. I think that would be really pretty. 2, 3, 4, and 5, chain 3, skip 3. Okay, so now we're coming up at the end of the row. If you start with 3, you got to end with 3. Okay, chain 3, skip 3 down below, double crochet into the 4th space, chain, stitch. I'm making myself laugh, you guys. Double crochet on top of the double crochet, and then double crochet to the top of the chain 3 right here. Boop. And that's the pattern. Okay, if you start with 3, end with 3. Next row, chain 3, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochet spike, 5 double crochets, 3 double crochet spike, 5 double crochets, 3 double crochet spike, 5 double crochets, 3 double crochet spike, end with 3 double crochets. Okay, hopefully you guys, you get this and you understand it. That is the easiest way that I can explain this stitch without even going through step by step with the pattern. Okay, now remember, practice, practice, practice makes better. It took me a while to get the hang of this stitch, but once you get the hang of this stitch, you'll be pro, and then you could be making your scarves, your wraps, your tops, whatever you want to make. Okay, so I hope this makes sense to you. Please leave comments if you have any questions. I will read them. You guys, if you want to become a member to my channel, please consider becoming a member monetarily. It really, really helps me out. I have a ton of yarn giveaways. If you guys want to subscribe to my channel, please, please, please subscribe. If you guys want to buy my bracelets, I do have my Etsy shop. I will link that up above too. Lots of things going on. So thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much for watching this tutorial, you guys. Please, please, please just practice it. I know sometimes it is frustrating. I get frustrated, and I've been crocheting 24 years now. So again, if you have any questions, please, please, please just ask me down below. But I thank you so, so much for watching, you guys. I hope you all are doing well. And yeah, we'll see each other in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Bye.